Hi there, in this video I tell you about the YA fiction I read and children's literature or middle grade. I don't really know how to classify that, so I just put it in here. So let's start. I read Know and Me by Delphine de Vigan about a really smart kid and a homeless girl who become friends in Paris. And it was very interesting. The Adventures of Vaclav the Magnificent and His Lovely Assistant Lena by Haley Tanner. It's not a book about magicians, but about Russian immigrants in New York. It's about these two children who are best friends when they're really young, 9 or 10, and then they lose contact and they meet again at 17, and how they pick up their friendship again and how they're still sort of in love with each other. Legend by Mary Lou is the first book in, I think, a trilogy, and I just browsed through it in a day. It's dystopian again, but I really liked it. I guess everybody knows Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I thought it was a cute love story, but I don't think it's that great as most of you guys think. Sorry. Then of course I read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and if you haven't read that yet, or if you haven't heard about this book, where have you been hiding? Where have you been last year? Seriously. Try this book, read this book, you're gonna love it. The next books are more for younger readers. Blood Red Snow White by Marcus Sedgwick is a story about the Russian revolutions in 1917-18 and about the war there. It begins with a fairy tale of the story before that with the Romanovs and Rasputin, and then there's the story of Arthur Ransom, who I figured out by now is a real person. He was a writer, and this is a story based on the facts that are known about his life and his involvement in the war. It was interesting. Also by Marcus Sedgwick, I read The Book of Dead Days and The Dark Flight Down. They belong together. This is the first book, this is the second. And I really liked The Book of Dead Days. It was well written, I loved the story, everything was great. The Dark Flight Down was a little bit too predictable and yeah, it was slower. I didn't really like it as much. But they have really great atmosphere. It's really dark and gothic. Really enjoyed reading it. Then I read the first book in the Skulduggery Pleasant series, and I'm surprised how much I liked it. Well, basically I'm not. It's a skeleton detective. It's a fun series. I'm gonna read more of that. And then the end of the Artemis Fowl series, The Last Guardian. There will be no more Artemis Fowl books. So sad. I love them. If you haven't read them, try them. They're fun. I also put Dodger here because I think it's more of a children's book than a grown-up book. It's an interesting read about the 18-somethings and the murder and a young boy coming to be a hero. That's basically the YA books I read this year. If you have any recommendations, books that you think everybody should read, leave them in comments. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.